Our first guest is a respected journalist, and tonight he's hosting the National Urban League's State of Black America Town Hall on TV1. Give it up for our friend Roland Martin.
That's how I do it.
You dipped it low.
That's how you do it.
Hi.
How are you?
Clearly, you've never had a knee replacement or anything.
Oh, I might be 48, but I can go low.
Okay.
And you see there was no pause coming back up.
No, I saw.
There was no pause, no pause.
You were good.
You know, come on, I'm an alpha man. That's how we do it.
Congratulations on your recent wedding anniversary.
Yep, absolutely.
How many years?
16, something like that.
With your lovely?
Reverend Dr. Jack. See, now, it used to be Reverend Jackie Hood Martin. Now it's Reverend Dr. Jackie Hood Martin. She got a PhD, yeah. That's too much school for me. I'm good. I'm good.
It's a lot of school.
That's too much. It's too much studying. I was like, "What you doing?" She's like, "Oh, I got a PhD." That's all right. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm going to play golf. That's all right.
But what a nice household. So now she works. She's a doctor. You're working. You're a respected journalist.
Yeah.
And how many kids do you all
No,
have?
don't have any kids, but we raised different times 6 of my nieces.
Oh, got you.
And so when you're paying for them, they're yours.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So-
You own that.
So yeah. So.
All right.
So I'm called Uncle Roro Daddy.
Uncle Ro.
Yeah, only women and children can call me Uncle Roro. Grown-ass man can't call me Uncle Roro. That don't work.
So when you saw Roland's come out, you see even though he's a journalist, and he does, if you've ever seen his show, you do get very serious.
Sometimes.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. But it's nice to see, you know, that you like to have a good time.
Oh, no, look, I'm going to get my own. I mean, my philosophy is very simple. My motto is literally live life, love it. So I party, I have fun, I dance. People always say, you know, you shouldn't be out there dancing. You might be on YouTube. I'm like, hell, I'm already on YouTube dancing. I mean, so it's live life.
Which brings me to Exhibit A. Take a look at this. What the Al Sharpton is going on? What is going on?
Right, so here's the deal.
Okay.
So I'm a senior analyst of the Tom Joyner Morning Show.
Okay.
And so Tom has his cruise, the Fantastic Voyage Cruise, benefiting Tom Joyner Foundation. So we have different nights, different events, and that was backstage.
Is that Stevie Wonder?
So Tom was Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
So the deal was, they pick out the costumes. I never asked, what am I gonna be? I'm like, I wanna be surprised. So Ian Carter out of LA designs these, and so they wanted me to be, it was 70s, 80s, 90s night, and so they said, you're gonna do Al Sharpton. They couldn't find the velour tracksuit. Remember the tracksuit he wore?
Yes.
They couldn't find that, so he had the padding and everything. So I saw Sharpton at his conference a couple of weeks ago, and he said, I saw that photo. He said, that was funny. I retweeted it, but I'm gonna get y'all back on that one. So that was the early Sharpton, you know.
Oh, yes. All right, let's talk hot topics.
All right, let's go.
Tiger Woods.
All right.
Do you think that he will ever get his image back?
Okay, the image Tiger had, he won't get back because he was at the highest point. You can't get that back. But winning cures everything, okay? I remember being on CNN when I was a contributor there after the incident happened in 2009. They were going, Tiger needs to change. I'm like, no, he don't. He needs to change for his wife and stop cheating. I said, but I need him to come back winning. That's all we watched.
Gotcha.
Part of the problem is he hasn't been winning because he's had the multiple back surgeries, the leg injuries. If Tiger Woods gets over this back surgery and comes out next year, wins 4 or 5 tournaments, wins a major, and gets Player of the Year, you ain't think about that mugshot. I mean, so that's the deal. Winning cures everything. But he will never be back at that level. He was at his highest point, image-wise.
What about Kathy Griffin? I was hoping that you were watching that as you were
No, I saw it. I saw your comments back there.
Ready.
But I'm the third person you know. I've never drank, never smoked. I don't do none of that stuff. I'm naturally crazy. I don't need no help.
But you know what? And that's nice to know, because now if you tweet something crazy, then we're going to be judging you.
That's fine. I mean, I've already tweeted stuff crazy. Folks got upset, but I'm still here. So, okay, so here's the deal. Here's the deal. What Kathy did was wrong. She's apologized. But let me show you a contrast. Ted Nugent, in 2012, said that Obama and the Democrats needed to be beheaded. Guess who was invited by Trump with Sarah Palin to the White House? Ted Nugent. So Trump is tweeting, his son is tweeting how shameful this is. What if a conservative, Donald Trump Jr., what if a conservative said this about Obama? Well, one did. And your daddy invited him to the White House. Where's that apology, Donald Trump Jr. and President Trump?
So Kathy can redeem herself.
Oh, absolutely. First of all, the reality is comedians have a lot more runway than other folks. I mean, we expect comedians to be outrageous, to be crazed, everything along those lines. So absolutely she can come back. And yeah, CNN, they're saying, well, you know, we're looking over whether or not she's going to be on a New Year's deal. You know Jeff Zucker's going to have her back because he's going to want the controversy back. You know that's going to happen.
Huh.
She'll be there with Anderson.
Bill Cosby?
Okay, so here's the Bill Cosby case.
All right, let me just say this. The thing that I wanted to mostly focus on is the lack of support. He's complaining because his comedic friends, you know, Eddie Murphy and them aren't backing him up.
Well, but it's not just them. So what's happening with Bill Cosby is this here. We're now operating in a whole different space when you talk about campus rape and sexual assault. You look at what happened with Nate Parker with The Birth of a Nation. Even though he was acquitted, that still put a damper on his film coming out. But in the case of Bill Cosby, it's even more interesting because here you have this crucial figure in terms of black history. Of course, it was his insistence that created the Black Stuntmen's Association because he had a white stunt person filling in for him. He said,
I didn't realize that.
There was a documentary done on it. They had to pull him out of the documentary, even though he was the reason the association was created. But when Bill Cosby went on his tour, where many people said he was chastising black people.
You mean pull up your pants?
There you go.
And telling comedians, stop cursing in your acts?
Black folks didn't forget that.
Yeah.
So a lot of black folks said, oh, remember that? Now you're on your own. And so then when you have 30, 40, 50, 60 people, if you're a celebrity, there is no upside to defend Bill Cosby. Jill Scott did it in a few tweets, got ripped.
Yes.
She was kind of like, okay, I'm done.
Yes.
You know, and that's one of the reasons why you're not seeing this. And I know, you know, folks close to Bill Cosby, they've been bothered by the lack of embracing, if you will, or support from civil rights leaders, from entertainers, individuals who they've helped. They've been angry at the universities pulling his name and rescinding honorary degrees, even the ones where they've given millions of dollars. They're saying, oh, what happened to all of that? You kept my money, but you want your honorary degree back. But that's really what's going on there. So he's really operating on an island by himself. And in many ways, it's interesting with OJ. Black folks were defending OJ, not because it was OJ, because he wasn't down with black people. It was because they saw that as the system. He was a symbol of the system. They don't have the same view about Bill Cosby.
Gotcha. Now, so yesterday, I'm sure you've heard by now that the police officer in Cleveland who shot Tamir Rice, he was fired. All right, the little boy had a toy gun. The cops screeched to the place and shot him almost immediately.
In about 1 second. So Timothy Loman was the cop, literally getting out of the car and is firing as he's getting out of the car. The dispatcher never told them it was a toy gun. Loman, they don't get indicted. The DA, who basically sided with the cops in that, he got ousted in elective office. He got booted in the Democratic primary. Tim McGinty. But the crazy thing is, Loman did not get fired for killing Tamir Rice. He got fired because he lied on his police application. So he didn't get fired for the killing of the twin. And in fact,
what was the lie on his application?
Well, that in terms of where he previous issues in the previous police department. So he worked at some other police department, had issues there, then came to work there. There should be a law in this country. If you're an officer fired from one police department, you should not be able to get a badge.
That's very true. That's very true. Okay, so what are we going to see on TV tonight? I want to ask you, just give us a little preview. What are some of the big issues facing the black community?
Money, money, money. Money, money, money. If you look at economics, where African Americans stand, we lost 53% of all black wealth during the home foreclosure crisis.
In 2008?
It was since 2008. And so they estimate it will take 2 generations to recoup that money. when you see what, and also the lack of a home contributes to us being unable to get small business loans for our businesses. And so we talk about the issue of economics, talk about housing, how critical those issues are, but also education, school choice. That's also
and
part of
the
the deal.
family staying together.
Absolutely. So, so we got some great commentators: Angela Rye, Jeff Johnson, Michael Larry Dyson, so many others who are on our panel. But this is us examining the Urban League, National Urban League's report on the state of Black America. But then, what do we do now? Now, I made it clear I don't want to come back a year later and have the same conversation.
Right.
What do we do? What did we do in the previous year to change this discussion? That's the whole goal.
Sometimes it seems like the same conversation is always happening.
Right, but we have to keep pushing in terms of progress, keep moving this thing forward, because if you don't say, this is what we committed to last year and this is what we did, all of a sudden you look back and say, well, we just had a conversation. I'm not interested in having repeat conversations.
I like having conversation with you.
Absolutely.
And as I'm sitting here, you know, you really are a man of distinction. Let me just give you some late in the interview shoe cam.
Oh, you know.
No, put those on those feet. Take a look. There you go. And you've got cufflinks that match your...
Come on, baby. Come on now. Come on.
You're really civilized.
And let me be real clear, I dress my damn self. My wife don't dress me.
And I love this fanciness here. And now what is this pin? What's going on?
All right, so I started this initiative called #HBCU Giving Day. So I've been invited to more than 40 HBCUs, and so I wear a different HBCU lapel pin every day. I put it on social media to tell my followers to contribute to our HBCUs. They're critical when it comes to our doctors and lawyers. And so you can give to any HBCU, but I highlight the ones that I've actually spoken at, either commencements or on their campus. And so today I went Grambling State's pin.
There you go.
Tomorrow I'll be Shaw University.
Nice.
So yeah.
Clap it up, everybody, for Roland Martin. Nice conversation.
Absolutely.
His special, the National Urban League's State of Black America Town Hall, is tonight at 8 o'clock on TV1, and Ask Wendy is next.
All right.
Thank